Have you ever thought about how many women go through life without realizing how truly special they are? I'm not just talking about how you look. There's something much deeper and more powerful than that. I'm talking about that unique spark you have, the way you move, the way you notice things, the way you express yourself, that can completely catch a man off guard, even if you don't see it yourself. The most interesting part? You often don't give yourself enough credit. You might think you're not that captivating because you don't match some ideal image of beauty. But what really draws people in goes way beyond a perfect figure or a polished appearance. It's that quiet confidence, that realness you can't fake. It's the vibe you give off when you walk into a room without saying a word. Today, I want to share the biggest clues that you're way more attractive than you think. And trust me, men notice these things, even if we don't always show it. Some of these signs are so small you might not even realize how powerful they are, but we feel them. Stick around until the end because the ninth sign is one women often miss, but for us, it's one of the most magnetic. I promise after reading this, you'll start to see yourself in a whole new way. Sign 1. Men act nervous around you. This is one of the most honest signs, but it's easy to miss. When a guy seems awkward, avoids looking you in the eye, or acts a little uneasy, you might think he's not interested, but the truth is, it's usually the opposite. He's so drawn to you that he can't quite handle it. Pay attention. When a man is captivated by a woman, his body gives him away. He might touch his neck, fix his shirt, cross his arms, or talk faster or slower than usual because he's worried about saying the wrong thing. Sometimes he might even go quiet, like he's lost for words. It's not because he's shy or lacks confidence. It's because your presence throws him off. Your energy, your attitude, your charm can make even a confident guy feel out of his element. So, if you notice a man who's usually calm, acting tense, or fidgety around you, you're making a big impact. Don't tone yourself down to make him feel at ease. Own that power. If he's nervous, it's because he sees you as someone worth more than just casual small talk. Sign 2. People keep glancing at you even if they don't say anything. This might sound simple, but it's a huge clue. When a woman is truly captivating, everyone around her notices, even if she doesn't realize it. You might think you're just walking through a store or standing in line, but to others, something about you stands out. It's not just a quick look, it's that second glance when someone turns their head to look at you again after passing by. That means something about you stuck with them, and they couldn't help but look twice. It's not always about wearing something eye-catching or looking perfect. Sometimes it's just the way you carry yourself, your calm but magnetic energy. True attraction isn't something you announce, it's something people feel. You might not notice because you're focused on your day, but if you catch someone looking at you twice without saying a word, that's a clear sign you've got something special. Sometimes we want to say something, but that second glance says more than we realize. Sign 3. You don't feel your best, but you still get compliments. This is one of the clearest signs that you're more attractive than you think, and it's kind of ironic. Have you ever had a day where you don't feel great about yourself, but someone tells you that you look amazing, or maybe someone says, "There's just something about you that I can't explain"? That's not random. It's a sign that you give off a vibe that pulls people in, even when you don't see it. This happens a lot with women who aren't trying to be perfect, but still light up a room. Maybe you think your hair's a mess or your outfit's nothing special, but the compliments keep coming. Why? I'll say because your charm goes beyond what you see in the mirror. As men, we feel it, even if we can't always put it into words. It's in your voice, your laugh, the way you move naturally through the world. That realness is what makes you so magnetic. The fact that you're not trying to impress anyone makes it even stronger. So, next time someone says you've got something special, don't brush it off. Believe it. That's you shining through. Sign 4. People find small reasons to talk to you. This is a classic sign that many women overlook. When a man is drawn to you but doesn't know how to approach you, he'll come up with any excuse to start a conversation. It might be something small like asking for help with a task, getting your opinion on something, or asking for a tiny favor. It seems casual, but it's not. Men do this when they're interested but don't want to make it obvious. This happens especially when a woman feels a little intimidating. Because we like her so much, instead of giving a direct compliment, we'll ask about something random just to be near you. If you notice someone keeps finding reasons to text, call, or talk to you, even about little things, that's a big hint. It's not about the question they're asking, it's about their desire to connect with you. So, next time someone asks for help with something they could easily figure out, notice if they're also smiling nervously or looking at you closely. That simple, "Hey, can you help me with this?" might really mean, "I just want to be around you." Sign 5. Some women criticize you for no reason. This one's not fun, but it's important to talk about. When a woman is truly captivating, not just in looks but in her energy and presence, not everyone reacts positively. You might notice some women give you odd looks, make snarky comments, or point out flaws that don't make sense. They might say you're too confident, too polished, or even too friendly when you're just being yourself. This isn't about you doing anything wrong. It's about how your presence makes them feel. Your attractiveness can make some people, especially those who aren't confident, feel uneasy, and they react by trying to dim your shine. Have you ever been called stuck up when you weren't even trying to stand out? That's what I mean. Not all women will act this way. Many will admire you or want to be your friend, but when you get random criticism or uncomfortable looks, don't take it personally. It's a sign you're shining brighter than you realize. Sign 6. Strangers smile at you for no reason. Have you ever been walking down the street, in a store, or on a bus, and someone, especially a man, smiles at you out of nowhere? They don't say anything, don't know you, and aren't trying to start a conversation, but they just smile. Sometimes it's shy, like they're embarrassed you noticed, or it's bold, like they're saying, "Wow, you've got an amazing vibe." This isn't random. That smile shows what you're putting out into the world. Your presence, how you walk, how you carry yourself, draws people in. It's not just about looks, it's about the energy you give off. That magnetism makes people want to smile at you, like a quiet way of saying, "I see you." It's one of the most genuine signs that you leave an impression. So, next time someone smiles at you for no reason, don't ignore it. You're creating that reaction without even trying. Sign 7. Men in relationships glance at you longer than they should. This one's tricky, and you might not like it, but it's real. When a woman is truly captivating, her energy stands out, even to men who are already taken. You might be at a party, a cafe, or just walking by, and you catch a guy looking at you a bit too long, even though he's with someone. I'm not saying it's okay, but it happens. Their body gives them away because attraction isn't always something they can control, especially when it's about more than just looks. It's your vibe, your essence. You're not causing it on purpose, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. It's just proof that your energy is powerful and hard to ignore, even for those who aren't supposed to notice. Sign 8. You get a lot of attention online, even with simple posts. This is something men notice, and you might not realize how big it is. You share a casual photo, no fancy poses, no revealing clothes, no effort to stand out. And still the likes, messages, and reactions pile up. Sound familiar, you might wonder, what's so special about this? But it's not the photo, it's you. When a woman is truly captivating, she doesn't need to try hard to make an impact. Your realness, your smile, your natural vibe come through even online. That attention you get without trying is a clear sign you're more attractive than you think. Men feel it, and sometimes it's so strong it scares them because they don't know how to handle it. Sign 9. Men act confused around you. This is a big one, but women often misunderstand it. Have you ever had a guy show a lot of interest, talking to you, complimenting you, seeking you out, and then suddenly pull back or disappear? Then, a few days later, he's back like nothing happened. It's confusing, right? You might think he's playing games, but often he's not. He's just overwhelmed. When a man is really drawn to a woman, especially one he sees as special, that attraction can throw him off. He might feel intimidated or unsure of how to act, so he steps back. Not because he's not interested, but because he's too interested. Some men pull away because they don't feel worthy. Others come back when they find the courage. Either way, it's a sign that you're affecting him deeply. So, if a guy acts hot and cold, it might not be games. It could be that he's struggling with how much he likes you. Sign 10, you don't see your own power. This is the biggest sign of all. The most captivating women often don't realize how special they are. They go through life doubting themselves, comparing themselves to others, wondering if they're enough when really they're the ones making an impact. From a guy's perspective, it's obvious. It shows when you walk into a room and draw attention without trying. It shows when you speak naturally but leave a bigger impression than anyone else. Why? Because you're not forcing it. You're just being you. That's what makes you so powerful. But when you don't see it, that power stays partly hidden, like a light covered by a cloth. When you start to accept your worth, not in a cocky way, but with quiet confidence, everything changes. Your body language, your energy, your look, it all lines up and people feel it from a mile away. Your power doesn't depend on others seeing it. It starts when you embrace it. Sign 11. People notice when you're not there. Some women light up a room when they walk in, but others, like you probably, are missed even more when they leave. It's like the energy in the room changes when you're gone. That warmth, that natural flow you bring suddenly disappears and people feel it. Maybe no one says it out loud, but they notice. Conversations feel different. The vibe cools off, and we find ourselves thinking about you. That's what makes you unforgettable. You don't just show up, you leave a mark, even without trying. So, if someone watches you as you leave, or messages you later saying, "Hey, you left," don't brush it off. It's their way of saying, you made a difference. Sign 12. Silence with you feels intense, not awkward. This is something few women notice, but men definitely feel it. When a woman is truly captivating, you don't need to talk all the time. Her presence is so strong that even silence feels powerful. Have you ever been with someone and there's a quiet moment, but they don't fidget or check their phone? They just sit there, comfortable, like they don't need anything else. That's not random. It's attraction. It's not that they don't know what to say, they're just feeling you. They might be thinking, why do I feel so good just being near her? That kind of silence, that effortless intensity, only happens with a woman who radiates something special. Calmness, depth, mystery. If you notice a man is okay with silence around you, not rushing to fill it, your energy is speaking for you. You've already got his attention without saying a word. So, how many of these signs have you noticed in your life? Have you ever caught someone looking at you differently or gotten attention without knowing why? I'd love to hear about it. Sometimes what you don't see in yourself, others feel strongly. If this helped you see yourself in a new way, if it showed you that you don't need anyone's approval to shine, keep that in mind. We're not just talking about surface level stuff here. We're talking about energy, presence, that magnetic pull you can't fake. Never doubt what you bring to the table. The way you move, the way you look at the world, the way you exist, it leaves an impression. While you're wondering if you're enough, others are already hoping to get closer to you. You're more than you think, and this is just the start.